You're a startup founder, registered in Delaware to raise capital and operate your business in the United States. And sometimes you have to operate in other states, and maybe you are present in California. So sometimes there is a need to open a foreign company. That means you have to have your representation of your Delaware company or any other state in your home state or in the other state where you operate your business. And with that said, we will discuss today how to open a foreign company in the state of California, representing your other state where your company initially is registered. And today we are not only going to explain you how why you need to do this, but also walk you through the process how you can do it yourself. Today, here with me, Tigran Karatunyan, the US tax advisor, and he's gonna help us with that. Hi, Tigran. Let's get started.
Daniel, yes, thank you for having me. So basically, there is in the United States and also in many other countries too, there is this notion of nexus or significant presence. So in the United States, there is no such thing as federal registration of your company. So you register in a state you're based. Now, however, given that there are no trade restrictions, you can just cross the border between states. And nowadays we have online businesses that can sell everywhere. It's very common where a business that's registered in Delaware, that's registered in Nevada, basically crosses the border and sells stuff or provides services in its neighboring states, right? Now, you have a significant presence if you have hired an employee in that state, if you have opened a store or an office in that state, if you're delivering products to that state using your company's vehicles and not the postal office, or if your total sales exceeded $100,000 during a year in that state. So, for example, you're a company in Nevada, you're hiring an employee in California, you have a significant presence in California. You're a company in Arizona, you're opening an office in California, an extra store in California, you have a significant presence. Or you are a startup in Delaware, you're an online store, and you are selling, I don't know, anything, just come up with selling pens. And your sales in California exceeded $100,000 for 2023, you have significant presence. Now, there is an issue. If you have a significant presence, you must register in that state. However, once you register in California, California will require you to pay state corporate income tax on your total net income everywhere. So just imagine you're a business that operates $10 million in net income, but only 100,000 is in California. Now California is going to ask you to pay 8.84% on your full $10 million. And imagine if you have presence in other states too. You'll just go bankrupt. You'll pretty much work for the government. Now, the solution is the foreign registration. So foreign registration or out-of-state registration basically says we are a company based in Delaware. We do business in California, but we're not a California company. And we're only going to pay tax on our income from California sources. So if I make $1 billion globally in net income, but my California sales are only $100,000, I only pay California state corporate income tax of that $100,000. Now, to register as an out-of-state company, we would go to bizfileonline.sos.ca.gov. So the registration process is fairly simple. We'll go to bizfileonline.sos.ca.gov. I'm going to go to register a business, just like we would do a domestic company. Here, make sure you click registration out of state, either LLC or corporation. In our case, let's say it's a corporation. There's a $100 filing fee for a corporation. It's $70 for an LLC. So file online, here is some privacy warning you must agree with. You click next. Submitter is the person that's submitting, right? So it doesn't have to be the owner of the company. So if, let's say, you hire a lawyer to submit it, the lawyer will put his or her name here. Name of the corporation. Now, this is tricky because if there is a corporation that has the same name as you in a different state, your name will be declined. So you'll have to get creative and with the name to register, right? You may need to add some extra punctuation. So that's why you'll see companies playing with commas and periods just to bypass that. So it's asking whether we previously reserved the name. We'll say no, and then we just type the name, whichever name we wanted to have. The system will run an initial check against the if the name contains any defamatory statements, any political slogans, anything blasphemous, disrespectful, the state has a right to decline it even after the initial check and approval of the name. So just be mindful what you're choosing, make sure it's descriptive of your business and it's neutral socially and politically. So jurisdiction, so you can say another country. So it works exactly the same way. You can be a company based in Reno, Nevada, 5 minutes drive from California, or you can be a company based in North Korea. Well, no, I don't think North Korea is an option, but say South Korea. And it's the same process. You're registering as a foreign company. So, however, if it's another state, you will just choose United States and choose the state. And if it's in a different country, you choose the name of the country. So, business address. So this address can be anywhere, even in a different country. This is where your office is located. Mailing address, again, maybe a different country, or could be California, whichever you choose. So now you need to have a California office, and it cannot be a PO box, right? So many people would just hire a virtual address service, a virtual office service, to serve as their California office. Now, agent of service, if you're not based in California, you're most likely going to hire someone. Registered agent is someone who accepts service of process. Now, many registered agent companies will also serve as your virtual office location, so you can probably use them in the business address as well. Now, you just type their name. Now, please note that you need to have an agreement with a registered agent prior to putting this information in. So the way it works, you go to registered agent. In most cases, you just Google them, you choose the cheapest one, right? You fill out their online form and make a payment. But if you prefer to call them or go there in person, that's fine too. As long as they gave you their agreement to be your registered agent, you're free to put their name here, but don't do it initially, because if that registered agent for some reason is not available, now you have provided false information to state of California and your filing may be rejected. So yeah, make sure you follow the steps properly. Now, filing date could be current date, future file date, or future effective date. In most cases, you just choose today. I don't. It's very rare when you choose a future date. Review and signature. All this information will be filled out once we have. Obviously, we didn't put any information in, but normally it will be available here. So you'll review it. You'll add a signature. After that, you'll pay the $100 processing fee, and you will choose whether you want the standard processing, 24-hour, or same day. Standard processing takes about a week. So in most cases, you can just save money if it's not like super urgent. And once you're done, you just click File Document. Now, once you've filed it and the state has approved it, so filing will be in your work queue that will show initially it will be pending and then either approved or declined or additional information required. So if additional information required, just work with the state to make sure to provide whatever they need, whatever corrections they ask you for, to finalize the filing. And once it's filed, your business is up and running in California. You don't need to obtain a separate EIN number. your federal EIN number works just fine, unless you are from a foreign country. If you're a Canadian company registering in California as an out of state, then you will most likely need to get an EIN number. And that's, you're registered in California. And keep in mind that California has a minimum C Corp and S Corp tax of $800. This will apply to you as a foreign corporation too. And if you're an LLC, California has a minimum of $800 franchise tax, and this will apply to you as well. And the filing dates are the same. So it's March 15 for LLC and S Corp, and it's April 15 for C Corp. And also, you will need to file a California corporate tax return for a foreign company. Your tax professional, this is a little complex, so you will probably need a tax professional for that. But basically, it will say your federal net income was $1 million, your California net income was $100,000, so we're only paying 8.84%. Income tax on $100,000, right? So that's pretty much how it's going to look. But obviously, there are a lot of intricacies. So don't file tax return on your own. If you're a foreign registered company, that's very complex. And that's pretty much it.
All right. Now we know how to file foreign company ourselves if we are doing out of state registration, or we are doing some international foreign company. So having said that, guys, please press the like button. It's important for us, so I'm waiting. Please press the like button. This is super important for us. This is a thumbs up, and it will support us and our channel. And at the same time, please spread the word about this video, helping us entrepreneurs, so maybe this is how they can save some money and time opening their foreign company. And also, if you have any questions, ask your questions here in the chat. With that, I don't have any questions from my end. So Tigran, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you.